Hi everyone and welcome back to the Overtake GT. This is a 700 pp tune for the RE Amemiya FD3S RX-7. Front engine rear wheel drive turbocharged, 540 brake horsepower and perfect 50-50 weight balance. This thing is an absolute beast on track. What was that? You want to make yours? Not a problem. Get your one, follow me to the tuning shop and let's go. Okay, so here we are at the tuning shop. Now a lot of these parts say NA, not applicable, but we're going to go through step by step, make sure we have everything we need and make sure we've ticked all the boxes, because the last thing you want to do is start this build and miss something out here. So let's get into it. This 2-rotor engine is just insane, honestly, so fast. There we go. So you can see there's a few sports and sports medium tyres, just ignore those, you don't need any of that. Club Sports, again, power restrictor and a ballast were the only things I did purchase from here. However, I don't think you're going to need them unless you're going to try and down tune it for something else. So again, I would leave those alone. Semi-racing on a fully customizable computer, high RPM turbocharger, fully customizable LSD and increase the body rigidity. Under racing, you want to get an anti-lag system, a racing intercooler, racing air filter, racing silencer, racing brake pads, racing brake kit, slotted discs on this one, brake balance controller, fully customizable suspension, fully customizable racing transmission and a set of racing soft tyres. Extreme, you want to get some intermediates because we all know LeMans throws up a few curveballs. And ultimate, purchase the ultra high RPM turbocharger. Let's go to GT Auto and I'll show you what little changes you can make on this absolute beast. Okay. Here we are, GT Auto, so nothing can be done, I can't maintenance and service, other than obviously changing the oil and washing the car. Car customization, let's get there. And what we want to do first is obviously the wheels. So the wheels that are on this one, I've gone for the Volk Racing wheels, and the ones you want to get are 17-inch standard, rim width wide, offset standard, and get them installed on the car. Now you've done that, you want to go to custom parts, and all you can change is the wing. The wing I've gone for is a custom wing set. I've gone for a low wing, but you can choose your own, low, medium or high. And the end plate, again, pick your own, there's plenty to choose from. Make sure it suits your style, because the last thing you want is to have a car with an ugly wing. Now we've done that. The other options you've got, racing items, you've got your roll cage. And again, I went for roll cage type C. So adds a little bit of extra rigidity in my opinion. But again, it's up to you. The last thing you just want to do is just stop that flex, and any tiny little bit of advantage I think you can get, I'd certainly take that. So now we've done that, go back under other, light bulb, your number plate, your caliper colour, get those boxed off to suit you, and livery editor. As you can see, I've gone for the new look Overtake GT livery, and you'll see obviously it says live streaming on TikTok, Kick, Twitch and of course YouTube. Discord's on there as well. If you feel like adding us, it's at the Overtake GT on any platform. That's all you've got to put in, and that's it. Load style, plenty of options if you want to pick one of those as well. But for now, let's get back to the garage and on that setting sheet. Okay, and here we go, the moment you've been waiting for. So, racing soft tyres are the first thing you want to get on this wee beast. Body height adjustments, 95 at the front and 115 at the rear. Your anti-roll bars 7 at the front and 10 at the rear. Now the damping ratio compression is 30 at the front and 35 at the rear, and the expansion is 50 front and rear. Natural frequency is 2.95 at the front and 3.05 at the rear. Negative camber angle 2.9 at the front and 3 at the rear. Toe angle, I've gone for a toe out of 0.06 at the rear and a toe in of 0.09. It sounds a bit strange doing them at those figures, however I was fine tuning it to get it absolutely bang on best I can, so I'd highly recommend sticking to it. Initial torque is 7, acceleration sensitivity is 20 and braking sensitivity is 37. On the aero side, rear 453, ECU is 100%, no ballast positioning and no power restrictor changes. Transmission, change that to 410 on your top speed. The reason for that is because of the power curve and where you need to shift. Make sure we're maximising that with these transmission changes. Manual adjustment, and there we go. First gear 2.002, second gear 1.448, third gear 1.118, fourth gear 0.921, and fifth gear 0.761. It's a final drive of 4.300, revs just under 8,500 RPM, but it sounds astonishing, especially on the downshift. And you can see here, ultra high RPM, anti-lag system set to strong, racing intercooler, air cleaner racing, silencer racing, everything dialed up as you can see. And that's it, that front rear balance is set to 3. All that's done, ready to go. So hit that subscribe button. You want to win at Le Mans? Well, here it is. Alright, here we go. It's time for the last lap of Le Mans. You can see all the others are pitting. We finally have a dry track after torrential rain. Now this is an absolute animal. Coming around here, it's perfect. Fuel map 4, fuel map 3. You can switch between the two, get you a couple of laps. You can get 3 laps on fuel map 6, but you do need to half shift. And it is quite challenging. So unless you're someone that can trail brake and then make sure that you can do a bit of lifting and coasting, it's probably best if you leave that one alone. But if you can do it and you want to challenge yourself, by all means, you know, give it a go. It's a good one. It's a good one. It's going to work. And this car is absolutely solid. Honestly, it is brilliant. And I know that might sound a bit big-headed, but the RE Amemiya is it's one of those cars that you just think, wow, that's great. And a lot of people know it from Tokyo, when you do your money grind there, and Cockabun has it, and he's just insane, isn't he? Like how quick it gets off the mark, and you just think, wow, that's like what a car. But you can see, you know, I'm here, I've got racing softs on, high RPM turbocharger, and this thing's just stunning. It really is stunning. It's fast, it's great, it's sharp. It's got no issues when it comes to handling or anything like that at all. The one thing I would say is when you come in and do your money grind, and I'll show you in a moment, it's your gear selection. So making sure when you get to certain corners you're in the right gear. Now you might have noticed I haven't dropped lower than second gear, and the reason for that is because if you go into first gear, it does have a tendency to try and wheel spin. As you're building those revs up, it'll wheel spin, and if you don't catch it in time, that's it, you're going to be spinning around or you're going to get a big slide on. So avoid that. All you need to do is just stick to second like this, and honestly just do that, take your time, get the power down, and away you go. Now a lot of you will go, well, that's obvious. Well, there's a lot of people it's not obvious to, so just bear that in mind. This is a fantastic track to come to and be doing your money grinds and things like that. Loads of builds on the channel, nearly 100 on there now, so there's plenty on there, and there's loads coming up as well. Lots and lots of different cars that you can try. Instead of being boring and using the same one constantly, I mean, the amount of messages I get, oh, the Mazda 787B. Well, yeah, obviously it's going to be quick. It was made to absolutely dominate Le Mans. It was made to be an absolute machine that it'd just tear up the track anywhere it went. It's an absolute marvel. But don't get bored of using the same cars all the time. I would, and I do. That's why I bring all these different builds to the channel, so you can see them all, you can enjoy them all. Because what's the point in having the same car and using it over and over again? That repetitiveness, I find it pretty boring anyway, and the vast majority of people that are on the channel do so as well. So I'm not trying to put words in anyone's mouth, but try it, something different, something new. What have you got to lose? Because it's not going to be this race. Now it might sound daft seeing that Haywood's right behind in 26 or so seconds, but look at the amount of times I've had to pit in this, and that's been mainly because of the weather. The weather conditions have scuppered this one. But I'm not someone who's going to just keep re-recording to get that polished effect. You should know me well enough by now. It is what it is. You get on with it. Over the line, 28 seconds ahead there, thereabouts. that's a fantastic car for you to be using. You should be using that one constantly. Now, if you follow the channel, you'll know live streams are Wednesday, Thursday, Fridays. Also look at becoming a channel member. You get lots of things sooner than, well, if you're not a member. And you also get to race with me and things like that, depending on what you go for. So look at that, 29.3 seconds ahead of Haywood. Everyone else, you can see a bit of a crazy race because of where everyone else has started to finish on there. It's not the usual standard top 10-ish, if you like. But I did a 4:10 in that. Tell me what your fastest lap is. And make sure you get this 825,000 credits in the bank. What's not to love? Wherever you are, wherever you're doing, have a fantastic day. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care.